My name is Elizabeth Meigs. I am the founder of Elizabeth Inspires, and I'm also an occupational therapist. And I oppose Senate Bill 3, and I am very blessed to be here. 25 years ago, I was severely injured in a car accident where I suffered a traumatic brain injury, was given less than a 25% survival rate. But 36 to 72 hours in, they were able to get me stable. I remained in a coma for 3 weeks. Once I came out of my coma, I had to relearn how to do everything again. I dealt with severe muscle spasms, had insomnia, where I was lucky to get 2 to 3 hours of halfway decent sleep for 19 years. I literally and figuratively died, but I'm sitting here today because I won the victory. When I got back into school, I dealt with a lot of depression and anxiety, as well as pain and muscle spasms, hormone issues, and very little sleep. I would come home from school multiple days a week for years and tell my parents that I should have died, I wish I was dead, and I want to kill myself. I found myself on my knees crying out to God and asking Him why He did this to me. The only reason I'm still here today is because of God's greater plan for my life. I knew in that moment that I was one day going to need to be for someone else exactly what I needed, so I knew I couldn't give up. And it was through His grace and mercy that I was developing strategies that would help me to learn how to tap into my inner spirit of resilience to keep me going. Little did I know that 12 years later, I was going to be that same voice of hope for my patients working as an occupational therapist that God's voice was on my heart when I was going through my recovery in high school. In 2019, I found my hope in a bottle, which was full-spectrum CBD oil. All of a sudden, I began sleeping all night long. Those muscle spasms that would send me to the ER, those diminished. I no longer required the Botox injections that I required for every 3 months for 19 years. God was basically healing me better than the doctors or any pharmaceuticals would do through His miracle plant. Today, I sit before you having been the voice of hope for over 13 years when I first started working as an occupational therapist to my patients, through sharing about CBD oil and how it gave me my life back. God has been working through me to be able to heal people who were lost, who were begging for any kind of relief that didn't know where to get it. I've heard lots of lawmakers and people at our government say that it's poison, it's hurting our kids' brains. But honestly, I had a brain injury. With the CBD oil, I was able to heal my brain. God created this plant so that He could heal this world and we could live our best lives. Now that lawmakers are out to outlaw all of the cannabinoids besides CBD and CBG, so many of us that I've seen this help are going to be suffering again. I'm going to have to go back to getting Botox injections. I don't want to be on botulism. It's a toxin. It's not good for my system. It's not good for me. I've seen people in cancer treatment not have any quality of life, not be able to eat, begging for any kind of relief. When they start on full spectrum CBD oil, they get their appetite. They regain their lives. One woman that I was able to help was unable to make a fist with her hands for over 4 years due to rheumatoid arthritis. After 1 week of doing the topical and the oil, she was able to make more of a fist. After 1 month of being on the topical and the oil, I asked her how she was doing. She looks up at me with tears in her eyes, holding up both hands, making a fist, and says, "Beth, you are my angel. I never dreamed I'd be able to do this job and no discomfort at all. I'm doing it. Thank you." Those are the people that I've been able to help, that this miracle plant has been able to help. This is how God is healing our world today naturally. So please just educate yourself so that you can see that we require this. This is part of us, part of who we are to stay living our best lives. I'm begging you, please reconsider these bills and say no to Senate Bill 3 and House Bill 28.